Just when you think the Bears have done everything possible this offseason, one of the best in franchise history, by the way, they might still have another move left, and it could come in the 2025 NFL Draft. There's a real chance Chicago trades back from the number 10 pick, still staying in the top 20, but picking up extra draft capital in the process. It's not a must, but it's an option they should seriously consider. They already have 4 top 100 picks, but adding another second or third rounder could be huge. More young talent on rookie contracts means more flexibility down the road. That's how teams build sustained success. If the Bears' top targets, guys like Ashton GT, Will Campbell, and Mason Graham, are off the board, moving back starts to make a lot of sense. And one team that could be a perfect trade partner? The Seattle Seahawks. Seattle has big needs, especially at defensive back and wide receiver. There are a handful of elite corners in this draft, and if the Seahawks want one, they might need to move up into that 10 to 15 range to get him. The Bears, sitting at number 10, are in a prime position to take advantage of that demand. This move wouldn't just help Chicago now, it would set them up for years to come. With key veterans under contract for the next few seasons, the Bears can draft and develop their next wave of stars, keeping the roster strong without breaking the bank. That's how great teams stay great. Trading back isn't a necessity. But if the right offer comes along, the Bears should absolutely think about it. Trading up to number 10 could be a smart move for the Seahawks, and it wouldn't cost them too much considering how many picks they have. That's why the Bears should be open to this deal. Let's go through 2 possible trade scenarios, both of which could work out well for Chicago. First up, the Bears send the number 10 and number 149 picks to Seattle. In return, they get number 18 and number 52nd. Simple, clean, and effective. The Bears drop back 8 spots, but pick up an extra second rounder. That's huge. Why does this make sense? Chicago can still land a top offensive or defensive lineman at number 18, while Seattle moves up to grab a top defensive back or wide receiver, positions they desperately need. Based on trade value charts, the Bears would come out 235 points ahead. But let's be real, that's not a massive difference. We're not talking about a lopsided deal here, it's fair for both sides. The key for the Bears is maximizing value. They don't need a top corner or receiver, so moving back makes sense. They still get a key piece for the trenches, maybe even a top running back, and they load up on early draft picks. After this trade, Chicago would have 5 picks in the top 75. Number 18 via Seattle, number 39 via Carolina, number 4152 via Seattle, number 72. That's 5 potential long-term starters. That's how you build a team that lasts. Now, on to the second trade scenario. This one is even more balanced. The Bears still move back to number 18, but land another top 100 pick. Seattle, with 4 top 100 picks already, has the flexibility to make this move if they really want a top-tier prospect. This deal is slightly in Seattle's favor, but only by 5 points. At the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. It's about getting the right players in the right spots. The bottom line, if the Bears can move back, stockpile more talent, and still get a high-impact player, they should absolutely consider it. In this second trade scenario, the Bears still move back to number 18, but instead of getting pick 52, they receive number 82. Seattle, meanwhile, still gets number 10 and number 149. From a pure number standpoint, both teams keep their overall draft capital, just shifting spots in a way that benefits them both. According to trade value charts, the Bears come out slightly ahead by just 5 points, which makes this a very realistic deal. This move still works in Chicago's favor. They drop back but maintain 5 picks in the top 100, actually 5 in the top 85. No, 18 via Seattle, number 39 via Carolina, Number 417282 via Seattle. That's 5 premium draft assets, all on cost-controlled contracts. The Bears could land multiple starters while keeping their financial flexibility intact. With key veterans like Montez Sweat locked in for the next few years, adding young talent on rookie deals keeps the roster balanced. So, how should the Bears approach this draft? If they land at number 18, they should target the best available offensive or defensive lineman. At number 39, grab the best running back available. Number 41, back to the trenches. At number 72 and number 82, maybe a defensive back or more depth up front. Whatever fits the long-term vision. They even have the flexibility to package picks and move up again if needed. Bottom line, if the Bears' top 3 targets are gone by number 10, there's no reason to force a pick at a deep position like defensive back. Moving down makes sense, and this deal keeps all options open. So, what do you think? How would you grade these trade scenarios? For me, the first deal is an A, and the second one is a solid B. But I'd love to hear your take. The Bears have the flexibility to make moves. Now they just need to get it done.